we're going to be making bagel pizzas. So let's go over our ingredient list. If you don't want to use a bagel, you can use the English muffin like Michael, or you can use bread. You can use anything that you kind of want when it comes to this. Biscuit. You're going to need your shredded cheese. I use mozzarella on mine, but you can use your favorite kind of cheese that you like for your pizza. You're going to need pizza sauce. If you don't have pizza sauce, you can use spaghetti sauce, you can use red sauce, any kind of sauce. This is an optional add-on item, so I'm going to use a little bit of dried herbs to sprinkle on. And then, what else do we have on here? You need a toaster oven or a microwave. Oh, nice. What's that, niece? Yep. She has a salt and pepper. Yes. And then if you are using a toaster oven, you can use tin foil, but if you're using a microwave, you don't want to use tin foil in the microwave. You want to only use parchment paper or wax paper. So I'm going to lower my camera so everyone can see what the first step is. The first step, this is a really important step. A lot of people skip this step, but the really important, because if we don't do this, then we're going to have a really soggy bagel or English muffin with our pizza. So we want to, I'm going to lower my camera. You want to take your English muffin or your bagel and you want to cut it in half. And we want to put it in our toaster oven. And we want to get it lightly toasted. So I'm going to put my toaster oven on toast. And I'm going to put it in my toaster. If you're using a regular toaster, you can use a regular toaster and pop it in there. We want to get our bread lightly toasted, because if we don't lightly toast it first, it's going to be a soggy pizza. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. And we don't want to get it fully toasted. We just want to get it lightly toasted. And this is the time that if you have any of those vegetables, so now we have some time to wait. So what you'd want to do is, if you have anything that you're putting on your pizza, like peppers or onions, anything that you need to cut with a cutting board and a knife, now is the time to do that. So Nisa, I saw that you have black olives. So you'd want to open your can of black olives with your can opener, right? So Michael, great job. So I'm going to use peppers, and I already cut my peppers up. And I have hamburger little meatballs I'm going to put on mine that my husband cooked up for me. So kind. Good job, Michael. You're doing great. So now this is the time, if you have anything that needs to be cut, you want to prep that cutting up now. So that way, when our bread comes out of the toaster, we can start making our pizza. And I usually toast it for about 4 minutes or 5 minutes or so, but everyone's toaster is so much different. So it's really important to look at the toaster that you have, because mine may take 4 minutes, but yours could take 6, or yours could maybe take 2. Everyone's doing such a great job. Good job, Nisa. I'm gonna check mine. Oh, it's not quite done. I want it to be slightly brown. I don't want it to be too toasted, but just slightly brown. And for Ed, you would just put yours in the oven the same way. Or like my Nana did when I was a kid, she used to put it right on the burner when she made toast in the oven. So how's everyone's? Let's say about 2 more minutes for me. Oh, Nils is here. Hello, Nils. How are you today? Awesome. So I'm not sure if you're cooking today, but our first step is what we did is we cut our bagel in half and we put it in our toaster to get it slightly brown, so slightly toasted. And then now we're doing our prep of cutting all of our vegetables.
Right.
Or opening our cans if we need anything opened. I know Nisa has black olives, so she's preparing that.
Sweet. Thanks for catching me up.
Yeah. So mine's about done. See, and be very careful when you're grabbing it out of your toaster because you don't want to burn yourself. It's not too brown, just lightly toasted. And this will make it so I don't have a soggy pizza. If we skip that step, sometimes our pizza gets a little soggy. So I'm gonna lower my camera. How's everyone's toast? Is it all done? Nisa, how's yours? Is it done toasting? Awesome, perfect. You can take those out. Ed, is yours done? Give me a thumbs up if it's done. Awesome. Rachel is thumbs up if yours is done. Awesome. So now I'm gonna lower my camera so we're all at the next step. And now this is where your sauce comes into play. So I'm gonna open my pizza sauce. And we all should have a spoon. And this all depends on how much sauce you like on your pizza. So I only put about a spoonful and then I see how it looks. So I'm gonna put a spoonful of sauce. And you might want to make sure you put a plate underneath you or a cutting board like Karen and Michael have, because there is a hole in the bagel. So what's that mean? The sauce might seep through. And if you like yours to be saucy, you make sure you put a little extra on because your bagel will soak up that sauce. Good job, everybody. I can kind of see everybody, but if you have any questions, make sure feel free to unmute yourself and ask. Good job, Michael. Awesome. So the next step would be our cheese. So whatever cheese that you were liking, some people like mozzarella, some people like it to be a mixture of different kinds of cheeses. And what I'm gonna do is take a small pinch. See, I have a pinch full. And I'm gonna sprinkle it on. And I know some people like to add a lot of cheese, but it really doesn't pay off in the end because what happens is you have to keep your pizza in the oven for so long to have the cheese melt that it burns. So it's actually good to add just the right amount of cheese, not too much. And everyone has a different preference on how much cheese they really like anyhow. So I'm gonna put that on. And now your toppings. So if you're adding any toppings, I'm gonna add little meatballs, hamburger chunks to mine. So I'm just gonna put them on top. And I have some onions in here too that I'm adding. Okay. Ooh, it's looking so good. And I also have peppers I'm adding to mine. So I have a orange or yellow pepper and a red pepper. And I diced mine because it's all about a preference, but I like them diced on the little pizzas. Okay. And this is the time I'm going to sprinkle on my dried herbs. So if this is optional item, if you don't have it, that's fine. But if you would like to add a little salt and pepper to your preference, just going to sprinkle on a little bit of these. Some. And now, an important step, we want to make sure we use our tin foil for our pan. So when you put in the toaster oven, it doesn't drip on the bottom. You don't want to make a big mess. So if you're using, is anyone using a microwave? You are. So you would just want to use parchment paper or wax paper, not tin foil, right, Michael? Awesome. Nisa, how's it coming along? So I'm going to put my pizza on my tray here. Lower it down. I wrapped my tray in tin foil. And what I'm going to do with my toaster oven, and now I want to put it on bake. I don't want to have it on toast. I want to have it on bake. And I want to put it on 400 degrees. And when we put this in, we don't, like I said, everyone's toaster or microwave is a little different. So the objective is this, everything's already kind of cooked on here. We want to just melt the cheese. So you want to keep, you have a question, Karen?
Will it get soggy in the microwave though? Should I broil it?
You can broil it in the oven. As long as you toasted it previously, it shouldn't get too soggy. So if you
Okay.
put a good toast on it, then and you just want to put it in there long enough to melt the cheese. So you don't want to cook it too long. But you could use a broiler as well. But whoever's using the toaster, we want to put it in there and want to have it at 400 degrees. And I'm going to check, I'm going to say maybe about 3 minutes, I'll check mine. So I have 10, 12, and about 10, 15, I'll check to see how it is. And if you're, yeah, like if you are using the microwave, you just want to start low and then keep increasing the time. How's it coming, Nisa? Good? Give me a thumbs up if it's good. Awesome. Everybody's doing such a great job. And that's why I really emphasized in the beginning that it's really important to use that toaster in the beginning, because if you're using the microwave, it helps prevent it from being soggy. How's it coming, Nisa? Ed, are you excited to eat this today? Yeah? Awesome. Take a look at mine. I got 1 more minute. And like I said, we just want the cheese to be melted. So, and we don't want to keep it in so it burns. Oh, perfect. That's awesome. Look at that, Michael. That looks really good. Is it hot? Yeah, probably very hot. So Nisa, are you using the microwave? The toaster? Okay, awesome. Oh, I'd say mine has maybe 2 more minutes. The toaster oven takes a little longer than the microwave. And I always cut mine in half too. Because there's nothing worse than taking a big bite and having that hot cheese land on your chin. Has that happened to you before, Michael? Yes. Me too. Is yours cooking, Nisa? Are you still making yours? Mine's almost done. I have to grab my oven mitt. I'll be right back. There we go. And make sure you use an oven mitt if you're grabbing it out of the toaster oven, because you don't want to burn your hand. It's hot. Mine's almost done. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Just so my peppers can get a little cooked up there. How's it coming along, Rachel? Good? Awesome. Ed, how's yours coming along? Is it cooking still? Nisa, how's yours? You can unmute yourself, Nisa, so you can answer me. Is yours in the oven yet? Nisa, I can't hear you, okay? You unmute. There we go. Do you have a question?
I'm doing topping.
Oh, you putting your pepperoni on? Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you gonna save yours for lunch later?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So you're not gonna cook yours right now. You're just making it and then you're gonna cook it later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you again. If you have a question, please unmute, okay? So I'm gonna take mine out. Mine should be close to being done. So I'm gonna show you what they look like. See how my cheese is melted? Awesome. I'm gonna take one out, put it here. And make sure I turn my toaster off. It's a very important step to make sure you turn your oven off. So I'm gonna cut mine in half. Like I told Michael, I always like to cut mine in half. And there is your bagel pizza. So I'm gonna, Michael, how is it? Is it good? Awesome. Ed, is yours done cooking? Or is it still cooking? Still cooking? Nils, how's yours coming along? Awesome.
Really good. I'm a couple of steps behind, but they're about to go in the oven. So
Awesome. Ugh.
I didn't have bagels, but I did have English muffins. So I'm making English muffin pizza.
So does Michael. Michael preferred English muffin pizza as well.
That's great.
Oh, look at that, Ed.
Whoa, Ed.
That looks amazing. That looks so yummy.
Oh, you want to show yours? Hold on.
Whoa, that looks so good.
Wow, that looks good. I'm coming to your house.
That looks like it may be a homemade crust. Good job. Good work, Carol. Mm. So Rachel, is yours done? Are you eating yours yet? I'm gonna take my first bite.
Ooh, look at Rachel.
Look at Rachel's. Yummy. Ooh.
We
Good
use
girl.
the King Arthur flour recipe, pizza
Oh,
recipe.
Yummy.
Can't beat-
I just got some 00 pizza flour, special crust baking flour, I guess, to make the pizza.
Oh, I just use King Arthur flour, nothing special, but
Well, my husband's, he's a big cook. He's big into learning new techniques, and he was convinced that this flour is the best flour to make pizza crust.
and it's King.
It is King Arthur, yep.
That's
Oh,
what you got,
okay.
right?
I
Yeah.
just use their flour, but I will try their pizza flour.
Yeah, and I don't really know. I'm not much of a baker or cook as much as my husband is. He's really into it. He's really good. I'm lucky, right? But he says that's the best flour to use. Karen, do you know? Have you tried the pizza flour?
No, do you just add water to that flour?
Yeah, so we have a bread machine and he uses
Oh,
this instead of using the all-purpose flour.
oh, nice.
And there is a recipe on it. Yeah, pretty much it just says water, yeast, and sugar and salt. That's all it is.
I'm always so baffled by the number of choices of different flours available that I just kind of, my brain shuts off at some point and I just say, I'm going to go with the all-purpose flour because that'll work for everything.
Exactly. All right, I'm taking my first bite. Ed, how's yours? Have you taken a bite yet?
No, it's still hot.
Mm,
Not that bad. I've been eating it.
it's
Try it.
good.
It's not that bad, but you're not gonna burn your tongue.
Rachel, how's yours? Is it good? Awesome. Anissa, you'll have to tell us next week how yours is because you just made yours and you're going to cook it later. So if you cook yours in the oven, Nisa, you want to put it in there until the cheese is melted, okay? When it's lunchtime for you. I'm going to give this other half to my husband. Here you go, sir. Nolan, come say hi to everybody. This is Nolan. This is my husband.
Hello.
Mm,
Hi, everyone.
mm.
So you're the husband we heard so much about.
Yes.
That's right.
Carmen's lucky to have a good chef.
I really am.
I tell her that all the time.
He doesn't have to tell me. I know.
You do tell us all. You tell us quite often how he's a good cook.
Yes, he really is. He, you know, when you have a passion for something, like you guys know, if you have a passion about anything, you really try to get better at it. So I'm really lucky because it's his passion. So he tries to always improve. And he's already so good.
I think Ed has a nice mother.
Michael, how was it? You almost ate the whole thing?
Almost gone. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's good.
I didn't have any pizza sauce, so I went online and I made pizza sauce out of ketchup. It's not so bad.
Wow, that's awesome. So how did you do that?
Well, it's ketchup and a little bit of flour and water, and then garlic powder, onion powder, and some herbs. And you stir it and heat it, and then there's sugar to offset the acidity. So it's not too bad, Carmen.
That's awesome. So that's something that I didn't know either. I'll have to look that recipe up and try it out.
That's a pro tip right there, Karen.
Yeah, that's a desperation tip.
Often where pro tips come from, I think. Out of desperation.
Rachel, is it good? Awesome. Oh, look at that. It looks just like pizza sauce. That's amazing.
I thought so too.
Yeah, it looks just like pizza sauce. Michael, you're lucky to have such a good cook as a mom, huh? Nisa, how's it coming along? Are you gonna wrap yours up once they're all made? You're gonna wrap it up and so you cook it later? So you can put like some parchment paper over it and put it in the refrigerator so that way when you cook it later, it's all ready to go.
Say, excuse me, Carmen.
Do you have a question, Ed?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to introduce me to Niles?
Yeah.
Okay, do that.
Hi, Niles.
Mm.
Nice to meet you.
That's Carl.
Niles, you're a mute.
Summer.
It's actually Nils.
No.
Neil, sorry.
It's great to meet you. Tell me your name.
Carl Magnus.
Hi, Carl.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
And we're sure we're gonna meet this summer in person.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm having a meeting with someone over at Ava Gallery about hopefully bringing Art Lab back to in-person programming starting sometime this summer. So I'm anticipating those good things happening.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. Something to do, you know?
Absolutely. Yep.
Mm.
Well, it's been great to get to know people a little bit on this Zoom format, but I can't wait for in person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little different,
Yep. Yeah.
but
Mm.
we're all
nice to meet you, Carl, and Ed. Thanks for the introduction.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ed.
Good job, Ed.
And I was, if you're wondering, when we do meet in real life, me and you, I'm one of the smallest. Just ask Carmen.
But good things come in small packages, right?
Small and mighty.
Yes.
That's how I see you.
Yes. So everyone's being so quiet because looks like everyone is really enjoying their pizza. And Rachel has her sister again today. Let me see if I remembered her name. Is it Rianne? Or Ryan? Ed, help me out.
Brianna.
Rihanna. That's
Rhiannon?
right.
Rhiannon?
Rhiannon. There we go. Sorry. I'll get it. I'll try to remember it, okay?
She's on vacation this week from school.
Oh, nice.
So that's why she's joining Rachel
That's
this week.
so awesome. I'm so glad that you're joined us. We love to have visitors join. You're welcome to join anytime, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I can definitely see the sister resemblance a little bit. Do you guys hear that a lot?
No. Yeah.
Everybody says me and my sister are pretty here, and we look like our mom.
You do. You guys all have beautiful hair. It's a beautiful family, right, Rachel?
Yeah.
I like your ring, Rachel.
I have two.
I like it.
Games ring and a wedding ring.
Oh,
Wow, it's very
Yeti got
beautiful.
them for me. Me and him were married. Right, Yeti?
Mm. Wow, congratulations.
Oh, gee. Cuckoo cat.
So Michael, have you seen Michael C? Have you seen any squirrels lately?
We have
squirrels?
great.
Oh, I think they're hiding on us with the cold weather.
Well, you need to come to my house because I have squirrels the size of cats. They are huge, Michael. Like the cats run away from them because the cats are afraid of them. Because they like to get into the dumpster and they eat all the trash. I thought squirrels only eat nuts and, fruit. Nope, they like to eat the trash at my house.
Wow.
They will. You will
Like
see
a-
them running in. Yes, they'll be running in the woods and they'll have a can of SpaghettiOs, and they're carrying the whole can.
That's
I'm
that's like a squirrel raccoon hybrid.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
I have some squirrels that are very interested in the one bird feeder I have hanging outside, just outside my front porch.
Good luck.
So I've watched some squirrels and their acrobatics in trying to acquire the bird seed.
Yes, and they will figure it out. And no matter what you do, I even got ones that were, squirrel proof, Michael. I haven't found a squirrel proof bird feeder yet. Besides the one I made for our Aspire group, we have one coming up in Art Lab coming up in like 3 weeks or so. We make a bird feeder out of popsicle sticks, and I made one with the Aspire group last week, and the birds actually eat at it, and the squirrels can't get into it because it's too small and it moves. So I'm excited to share that with you guys.
We have moles.
Say it louder.
We have moles.
We have moles in our
You have
lawn.
Oh, they cause a nuisance, don't they? Are they making tunnels everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, and it's hard to find them because they're nocturnal, so they only come out at nighttime. So you go to bed and your lawn looks good, and you wake up and all of a sudden you have all these tunnels. You're like, where did it come from?
I
That's
guess
'cause they
that's
only
what we've
come
been
out-
thinking.
Yeah, that's because they only come out at nighttime.
Huh.
But if you find their trail, moles are pretty predictable and they usually use the same path every single time. So wherever their home is, if you find their home, they always go back to their home the same path. So
Okay.
if you find where their home is and you put a trap close to that on that path, you will catch them.
All right. Well, stay tuned.
We're full of pro tips today. Thank you, Carmen,
Yeah.
for that.
I got good because I had a cat and she had kittens and she was outside and she brought in a mouse, and it happened to be a live mouse still because she was trying to teach her kittens, and I tried to catch the cat, and she let the mouse go, and it was in my house. So I was like, what am I gonna do? And so I read online that a mouse is like a mole and they only use the same trail. So I got a Cheerios box and I put it where he ran. I watched where the mouse would run. And that mouse ran right into the cereal box. I ran right over so quick and I closed it up and I caught him in a cereal box. And then I went outside and let him go. So you can catch them. You just have to be quick and be very patient. And don't ever try to touch them though. I never tried to touch them because they do bite and they could carry germs because they are wild. So I just let them go outside. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody today. I had so much fun in Cooking Club. Thank you for joining.
Thank you too.
Yeah, and I hope you all enjoyed your, oh, look at Nils. He has, look at that. Looks great. Did you get those special pepperonis that they fold up when they cook?
No, I didn't actually. These are just some sausage that I had in the
Oh.
fridge. So
Yeah, because they make a new pepperoni now. They're crisp and bold. So when they cook, they get really small and they bowl up.
I love it.
You have a question, Ed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making sure it's appropriate before I say it on Zoom.
Okay, thank you. That was very kind. So I'll wait until you're ready, okay? You can ask me when you're ready.
Tell him you want to ask Ryan.
What?
Want to do? Do I ask Ryan something?
Oh, okay.
Go ahead quickly.
Can I ask Brennan something?
Sure.
Brennan?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, if I stay over, I say
No, Carol said no.
no. I can say it. Okay, I say.
Just say you want to talk to her later.
Off school.
Can I talk to you later?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, when I called Rachel later.
What's
Thank
up?
you.
Thank you, Carmen.
What time
We
is
got to
You're
run.
welcome. All right, guys. Good
Bye-bye.
job, Ed. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Carol.
Thank you, everyone.
Nice to see everybody.
So good to see
Bye,
you.
everybody.
What
Bye,
time is
Nils. Bye, Michael. Bye, Michael. Bye, Karen. Bye, Carol. Bye, Ed.
You call her later on, buddy.
Nisa.
Bye, Carmen, and thank you so much.
You're welcome. I hope you all have a great day.
You too.